Hello everyone, my name is Carla Castillo and this is my ID card, sorry. Today I'm going to talk about grammatical device. It's related with the unit 6. For this activity, I did a graphic organizer to present all the information of the unit 6. The topic of this graphic organizer is grammatical device. Here we will review 3 parts: aspect, tense, and voice. Okay, let's get to start. First, I will explain aspect. Aspect helps speakers and writers to showcase events in different ways, either as highly finished actions or as ongoing and extend process. The verbs play an important role in the aspect. For the reason, we need to have clear the events that occur in the present, past, and future. Here, this aspect in English has 3 forms: simple, progressive, and perfect. Okay, now we review each one of them. First, we have the simple aspect that express a fact, events that occur in the past, present, and future. Consider the person used as subject, singular or plural. The verb should be inflected by using s and es. In present or ed in past or irregular verb forms. I include the grammatical rules to write sentence in simple present. It's necessary follow the rule: subject, verb, the first person, an object. For example, Lucas eats spaghetti. In the simple past, follow the grammatical rule: subject, verb in the second person, and object. For example, Lucas ate spaghetti and Lucas walked to the restaurant. And finally, simple future include the grammatical rule: subject plus will plus verb in the first person and object. For example, Lucas will eat spaghetti. Next, progressive aspect express an ongoing action. This is formed by verb phrases that include the verb, be, plus verb, and ing. Occurs in continuous actions in the present, past, and future. It doesn't refer only to the time of an event, but also shows how the speaker perceives an event. Also, I include the grammatical rules in the present progressive, past progressive, and future progressive. In the present progressive, the grammatical rule to write sentence in the present progressive is subject plus to be plus verb ing and object. For example, she is working in the hospital. Then we have the past progressive. The grammatical rule is subject plus was or were plus verb ing plus object. For example, she was working in the hospital. In the future progressive, the same form, we have the grammatical rule. Subject plus will plus be plus verb ing and object. For example, she will be working in the hospital. Then we have the perfect aspect. In the perfect aspect, express a complete action or event. Always have, has, have, has, and had. Plus past participle. The same form, I include the follow grammatical rules. In the present perfect, subject plus to have plus verb in third person plus object. For example, he has broken his arm. In the past perfect, subject plus to have plus verb in the third person and object. For example, he had broken his arm. And the future perfect, we follow the grammatical rule subject plus will plus have plus verb in the third person and object. For example, he will have broken his arm. Okay, now we will study the second grammatical device, that is tense. The tense is a form of the verb that allows you to express time. The tense of the verb tells us when was an event or something, or when a person did something. Here we have three types: present, past, and future. These are more used in English, especially when someone is studying other language, in this case English. In the present tense, we use the present tense to talk about something that is currently happening. For example, to write sentence in the present tense, we follow the grammatical rule subject plus verb in s and es and object. For example, Hannah lives in Korea, or other sentence can be Maria speaks English. Okay. In the past tense is used to describe an action or even that happened in the past. The same form, I include the grammatical rule subject plus verb in the second form and object. For example, they traveled to Cuenca yesterday and she ran marathon last week. Then we have the future tense. We use it to describe an event or action that has not yet happened and is expected to happen in the future. For example, he will write a letter. Then we have the voice. The voice describes the relationship between a verb and the participant, the subject or object that the verb affects. Here we have three main categories: active, passive, and middle. In the active voice, the subject is completing during the action or verb. Sentence writing are seen as direct, clear, and have strong tone. And here I include the grammatical rules. For example, subject plus verb and object. At the same form, door, agent, action, receiver. Michael cleans the floor and Luis eats strawberries. Michael and Luis are the door or agent, and clean and eats are the action, and the floor and strawberries are the receiver. Then we have the passive voice. The passive voice, the subject becomes the object. The object that is the action is performed. The tone is more neutral or passive. In this case, it is of the contrary of the active voice. In the grammatical rule, follow this object plus verb and subject. For example, the floor was cleaned by Michael and the strawberries were eaten by Luis. And finally, we have the middle voice. The middle voice occurs when the subject of the sentence is the noun or noun phrase being act open. Here the action and receiver at the same time. For example, Luis ate his strawberries and the concert began, or the party began, or the party finished. Okay. Now, in my sorry. Now let's get started with my personal reflection of the topic. Grammatical devices are important for language learning as they aid in organizing words and sentence coherently, leading to improved communication and fluency. Understanding grammar enables learners to express ideas with clarity and precision, fostering confidence in speaking and writing. Moreover, it enhances comprehension of writing and spoken text, facilitating a deeper understanding of the language. In my opinion, aspect, tense, and voice promote easily the use of a second language, in this case, English, to speak and writing more fluency and coherence. Finally, here include the main reference. This is all. Thank you for your hearing me. Thank you. Bye.